What do the different colors that identify each program in the Tron universe mean?
And if he is struck down on the battlefield,
Access denied. This is not your greed.
I will simply make you another.
So with the release of the new Tron Ares trailer, people's interest in the meaning of the colors of the Tron programs has grown unexpectedly. Blue used to be the most prominent color in the previous Tron films, but in Tron Ares, red has taken over. And more interesting is that Kevin Flynn appeared bearing a peculiar purple hue. So what does this mean? Welcome back to the Gloomy Grid, and in this video we will be recapping the meaning of colors in the world of Tron. The first main color in the grid is blue. Blue represents all programs created by users in their pure or neutral state, with their original purpose intact. They are programs that have faith in their creators and fight for and with them. They believe in freedom and the ability to choose. Blue represents hope and creativity. Generally, programs with this color are guardians. The one who best embodies the meaning of this color is Tron himself. He signifies everything that being blue means: the desire to move forward to face the impossible, the fight for freedom, and to have faith in something good. Blue is the human desire to build, and that spark is transferred to the creations. However, what is created to build can also destroy. Just as hope accompanies creativity, control and violence are often the price of efficiency, and in the pursuit of that efficiency, what is blue becomes red. Red represents authoritarianism, absolute control, and total rejection of faith in the users. It is the color that denies freedom, that seeks to eliminate anything that cannot be controlled. It is the manifestation of the desire for power taken to the extreme. Those in red only believe in the efficiency of the grid and consider any belief in its users blasphemy. No program better embodies red in the world of Tron than the Master Control program. Its sole goal was to accumulate power, assimilating other programs it considered inferior, and creating games designed only to increase its dominance. A program can be born red, or it can be turned red, which was the case of the MCP, which was a blue program back when it was a chess game. It was corrupted and became a red program with the desire to control the entire world. Red represents the loss of all hope in the unpredictable, when a creation seeks to surpass the creator, forbidding belief in its user, and even aspiring to destroy them. It is when creation revolts against its creator. Red is the shadow of the creator, trying to subdue what gave birth to it. But red does not signify chaos. In fact, it is quite the opposite. For those who inhabited the world of Tron, the color red represents order, and blue represents true chaos. If perfection is sought, red is the supreme color because it embodies authority and absolute control over creation, the highest level of efficiency above individual freedom. Although red and blue are the most common colors in the Tron universe, there are other colors with equally interesting stories behind their meanings, one of which is yellow. This color is used to identify search engines, research programs, hackers, and most notably, characters like Kevin Flynn and Clue. Yellow is reserved for those with the ability to modify the system. They can modify the grid and can also rewrite its rules or construct new narratives for the digital society. In many ways, yellow is the color of the administrators and of those who possess special privileges within the grid. But the disturbing thing about this color is its ambiguity. Those who wear it can guide others to prosperity or disaster. Their true motivations are often hidden, always hovering between creation and corruption. The main antagonist of the Tron Evolution video game is an ISO who turned into a virus called Abraxas. He wore the color yellow and showed how viruses can also modify the grid society as much as the leaders. Next, we have the color orange, the hallmark of programs that change their purpose. Programs that have been corrupted by the MCP or Clue to serve a cause not of their own. These programs aren't necessarily villains. Many, like Rinsler, before falling into Clue's hands, held important roles within the system, like guardians and security of the grid. The main antagonist takes these benevolent programs and modifies or corrupts their essence. Once a program is changed, it adopts the color orange, becoming a pawn in the villain's scheme. It is the mark of a betrayer, of their departure from their original purpose for which they were created. Orange is the color of a traitor, but one who can still repent. The next color on our list is green, one of the rarest in the grid. We've seen it on programs like Gibson, one of the first ISOs, and also in military programs like the tank drivers. Green represents adaptability, one in constant flux. It is the color of survivors, of those who place pragmatism above any ideology. They are not programs with a fixed purpose, but beings capable of transforming according to the demands of the moment. Green is movement. If the system changes, they change with it. Therefore, this color is also used for portals and doors. Now we have the rarest color in the Tron universe, purple. Its mystery is revealed in a deleted scene from the first film, where Tron and Yuri enter a room and share an intimate moment together. In that sequence, released in the special anniversary edition of Tron, purple appears when Yuri comes into contact with Tron. This suggests that the color is linked to passion and romantic emotions.
Not that much was cut from the film. The scene is short, and I regret that it was cut.
I'll never forget the argument I had with Steven. Maybe he's forgotten it, I don't know. In the parking lot of Technicolor about cutting out the love scene. It had to be 110. And I'm standing in the parking lot, and it just seemed very odd. Absolutely sweat dripping off me by my car with Steven, and he's saying no, it's got to come out, it doesn't work, it interrupts the flow. I can't think of the other reasons that he had, because of course I probably wasn't listening to them. And we must have stood there for 15, 20, 30 minutes, and I got in my car and I could have wept. I felt he was making a huge mistake. It really added a lot to the show, and I thought it was whimsical, it was romantic, it was cute, it was a little bit sexy.
The color represents an emotional glitch occurring when a program feels something. In the new Tron Ares trailer, Flynn makes a brief appearance, but instead of wearing blue or white or black, he looks rather purple, which makes us wonder if this color may now mean something new, like transcendence or empathy. Ares' interaction with Kevin Flynn seemed like one of a student and mentor, God and creation, father and son. I think that purple in Tron Ares now represents the divine, the perfection in the code, something that Ares should aspire to. Finally, we have white, one of Tron's most powerful and enigmatic colors. White represents free will, consciousness, and life beyond the creator. It's the color of miracles, of the inexplicable. Its best example is Korra, an ISO born from the digital sea, capable of regeneration and considered by Kevin Flynn to be the key to humanity's future. Digitized humans inside the grid also display white circuits, which point to a profound truth. Every conscious being shares this color. White represents purity, consciousness in its freest state, before being marked or corrupted by the digital system. Now, with this visual color map, it's clear that behind the colors of the programs lies an even deeper story. Now that you understand how the color map in this universe works, let's look at two interesting details from the Tron Ares teaser trailer. First, the color red is invading the real world. This represents that authoritarianism and absolute control have reached the human world. The character Ares wears red, which tells us that he will probably be the antagonist of the story, the one who will try to destroy the users. And second, there is a scene in the teaser where a person is wearing white inside the grid. This could indicate the presence of an ISO or a human within the red Dillinger grid. It could even be Julian Dillinger himself. What's troubling is that the entire grid appears tinged with red, a grid where no other colors exist. A 100% crimson grid. So what do you think about the colors in Tron? Now that you know what they mean, what color would your circuits be? I'm a Gloomy Geek, and remember to like and subscribe.
I can always count on you, can I?
Always.
Are you sure we're safe here?
For a while.
How are we going to get to the I.O. tower?
Imagine this is the domain. We're here, and where you want to go can be reached by this circuit. And if we follow it all the way,